I have built up a little bit of a habit of changing projects quite late in their development, before anything actually comes out. I have what I think is a really great idea for a series or a video or whatever it might be, and just once we get like 80% there, I can see more than just the idea, I see it for what it actually is. And it never holds up to what I thought it was going to be. I don't know. I don't think that's a problem, but it definitely slows down the releases. And it means some things that might be good just don't get made because I don't have the confidence to take them all the way. Agility is an important skill on any new account, and probably one of the first things I'd recommend training. Doubly so the case for any restricted account due to their limited access to teleports. Training agility on a fresh account, you won't have access to any supporting skills, so one of the most reliable and simple methods of training the skill is through rooftop agility courses. And this is a simple process. On the wiki there's a list of all the rooftop courses in order, but a simple path to the mid-game is to start in Draenor, then head to Varrock, Canifis, Palador, and Seer's Village. On this account I chose to take our agility level up to 62, and the reason why will become evident soon. I'll tell you what I mean. There's a video I've been working on for a long time now, and it has to come out in October. Maybe this first week in November, just so I can get all the footage recorded, whatever. You get the point. This is a video that only works if it's released at a specific time. And it's been going well. I've made a lot of progress on it, things are getting done. But you know, while I'm doing other things for the past couple of months to a year, I don't know, I've not put a lot of time into it. Or I have, but not relative to how much it's going to take. And recently I scrapped the progress. Another good skill to knock out early is prayer. This is essential for any account, with 43 being a significant breakpoint to unlock protection prayers. Again, Iron Men have limited access to this, but the recommended way to start would be running big bones from the Boneyard to the Chaos Altar in the Wilderness. While the risk of being PK'd is low if you do it at the right time, it's always advisable to do this with an empty inventory, so some accounts may find this preferable to do as one of their first skills as well. I mean, I should probably explain why I scrapped the progress. So, for a while now I have been planning on making an Ultimate Iron Man, but I kept putting it off because I was always working on something. This video has to come out in October, November probably. So you know, I put it off. This is a video I really want to make. I'm not going to let another shiny new idea jump in the way of this. Thieving is the first skill that adds some variety in the way it's trained. While the method always involves stealing in some way, it's more of a ladder to get to the mid-levels. Start by pickpocketing men and women. These can be found around Lumbridge as well as many other places across Gillenor. Then from 5 to 25 you'll want to steal from bakery stalls in Ardwyn before moving on to fruit stalls in Hesidius. Running back and forth between the two stalls is in theory quicker, but can often lead to lower XP rates in practice if the method is not properly executed. From 50, and to whatever level you wish, wealthy citizens in Valimar are the best way of getting XP. I only did this for a few levels until 56. And another one of these scrapped videos I've been planning on making was like, I'm never making another RuneScape account again, probably. And that's never coming out, so I'll just tell you the premise. It's like, why keep making accounts when it seems like a time waste for the sake of being a time waste? Not even a time waste, that's not right. There's so much unexplored space for a maxed account that isn't just PVM skilling, challenges, etc. Cooking can be a skill that Iron Men struggle with. Limited access to resources means that anything you cook will have to be procured yourself, and this can often lead to your gathering methods out-leveling your cooking substantially. The method I chose, and the method I would recommend to keep on top of this, is Temperos, which is a relatively enjoyable skilling boss that provides decent access to fish, which also has some unique rewards that may or may not come in handy later. While there is a strong temptation to take out your permits early, I would always recommend waiting until you have as many as you think you'll need, as this will provide greater cooking XP from the higher quality fish received at higher fishing levels. Once you've opened your permits and have all the fish you need, a great place to cook them is at the Rogue's Den, as there is an NPC that can unnote your fish directly next to a campfire. There is also a shop nearby, so you can get a little extra money and sell your fish quicker than you could otherwise drop them. On the 30th of May 2026, I made a decision. I scrapped the video. Not because I didn't want to make it, but because I was sick of putting this off. I want my main account to be Ultimate Iron Man. I think that'd be interesting. So the video's not dead. In fact, I think we can still get this thing done on time, but it's gonna be tough. Early construction should already be relatively solved with the planks gained from Temperos. From levels 1 to 25 I recommend unloading your planks at the bank in Falador and building furniture at your house in Remington, before moving to Hesidius and repeating the process with the remaining planks. I've been talking it over with a couple of the people in the clan. We've already got some people that play UIMs, they're very cool. That's such an uncalled shot at the UIM. I'm leaving it in. And they told me this might not be quite as easy as I think. So I'm prepared for some grinds here. I'm a pretty casual player, to be honest. I mean, I put the time in, but I am so unfocused. You will find me doing pretty much nothing but farm runs and sorting my bank. This is going to be a whole new change of pace for me. Another pair of skills that pair together quite well is woodcutting and firemaking. The majority of this will be done with a steel axe early on due to the relative difficulty of obtaining anything of a higher tier. Your axe, as well as all the early trees, can be found in Lumbridge. You should cut regular trees until you've obtained 15 firemaking and fletching, before moving on to oaks. While these can be found anywhere, there is a spot south of Falador with 2 oak trees set up in such a way that when firemaking you will never have to move. Firemaking should be prioritised until you have the level you wish, with any further logs being fletched into arrow shafts to cut down and shot popping later. I've come up with a plan that's going to give me the best chance of success. It seems the best way to ensure I keep on track and hit my goal is to break this account up into stages. Skilling, combat, questing, and the pickup skills, that's part that they go together, and the final challenge. Mining is yet another simple skill to train. You'll start with copper or tin that can be found in various locations throughout Gillinor. The notable sites include the mine in Lumbridge Swamp and the Dwarven mine in Falador. From 15 and for the foreseeable future you'll be power mining iron. Once again, this can be done in numerous locations, though it's best to find a place with 3 iron you can reach without moving. The one I prefer, which also has no requirements, is the mine in Lurfakenge. By my reckoning, there are 10 skills that'll get this account off to a great start. Agility, prayer, thieving, fishing and cooking, construction, firemaking and woodcutting, mining, and crafting. There's a couple more skills we need, but a lot of it will come from quests or methods unlocked by quests, and these skills will set us in a great spot to start working towards some of those quests. The final non-combat skill I'd recommend training early is crafting. The process is quite simple, as for the entire early game you'll be blowing glass in Port Phasmatus. Fill half your inventory with buckets of sand and half with soda ash, run it to the furnace, smelt it into glass, and on your walk back to the charter blow the highest items you can. If you're doing this at a different point in your account and have a surplus of gemstones lying around, these can also be a great way to supplement any needed crafting XP. So, welcome to my new mini-series, where over the next 5 months, I'll be taking this account from Lumbridge all the way to the Tombs of a Mascot.